Hey, it's Priscilla Davis with the Mother's Touch Massage Therapy. I wanted to touch base with you and give you the latest update regarding the coronavirus and a Mother's Touch Massage Therapy. If you missed the last video, to give you an update or to catch up to speed, Mother's Touch is taking 3 weeks off. I was already planning on taking the week of the 23rd off for spring break. But because of the quarantine, we're taking an additional 2 weeks off. That would be this week and then the week of the 30th. So that's a total of 3 weeks off, and that's for the quarantine to help slow the spread of the coronavirus. As of this morning, the California Massage Therapy Council has advised all massage therapists to stop practicing hands-on services until further notice from the governor. So what does that mean for you as a client and potential client? So as of right now, we're just not supposed to be so close to each other. Massage therapy requires us to be within 6 feet of each other, right? Which is a lot closer than what the CDC is recommending. The CDC is asking us to stay like 6 feet away from each other so that we reduce the chances of us catching the coronavirus from one another, right? And so while at work, of course, I always practice good hygiene, wiping things down. And, the thing is that there's still that contact between us, as clean as I can be, and practicing good hand hygiene and respiratory hygiene. All those things are great. But at the end of the day, if we're within that close proximity to each other, we are really tempting fate, right? And upping the chances of us catching this virus from one another. So I know that there's a lot of disbelief, and I know that there's a lot of people who are skeptical and feel like, really, this is too much. But the idea is that hopefully by slowing the spread, we really keep from inundating our healthcare providers and health resources and using them all up and not having enough to go around because there's so many of us catching it at the same time. So keep in mind, if we take all this time off from each other and nothing happens, that's the idea. That's what we were trying to accomplish. And so I know that there's some people who feel like, if you're going to catch it, you're going to catch it. You might as well get on living. Well, to a point, yeah, go hiking, go for a walk, be out in open spaces, right? But don't go and put yourself in harm's way and go into crowded spaces and be around a lot of people where you're really upping the chances of either catching something or spreading something, because this virus, you could be carrying it for days, even a couple of weeks before you even start to show symptoms. But in the meantime, you're still really, really contagious. And so just please reconsider before going out into a crowded space or to events. All these things are being done to help keep us healthy and to help, spread the resources. We want to do what's called flattening the curve, right? So the curve is referring to the graph of like a spike. Imagine a spike of people, like there's just so many of us needing resources all at once, and there's only so many resources to go around and at one time. And so if we all need it at the same time, then there's going to have to be decisions made regarding who deserves to receive those services and who doesn't, or who is a better candidate to receive those services. And the reason I share that with you is because people like my daughter are less likely to receive that service because she's immunocompromised. So then, like in Italy right now, they're choosing, to not treat elderly clients because their chances of surviving are low anyway, which is an awful decision to have to make, but that's the decisions that they're faced with because there's not enough resources. And they've been trying to tell us, like, hey, prepare yourselves, right? So practice social distancing. That's the best thing we can do. Wash your hands, warm water, soap, 20 seconds. If you need to sneeze or cough, do so into your elbow, and avoid the panic shopping. Grocers are not going to shut down. They're going to keep stocking food and making sure that we're all being good neighbors and making sure that we all spread the resources. And that's in every sense of the word. Now, that brings me to asking you, if you are in a financial position, if you are doing okay, your employer is going to keep paying you with this quarantine, and it's not really going to affect you financially, please keep in mind service providers like myself, like your hairstylist, like your nail tech, like your esthetician, people who regularly see you and help keep you feeling and looking your best, right? And please remember that we rely on your appointments to make ends meet. We rely on your appointments to pay rent, and other expenses, right? Personal and business wise. So, some of those, like right now, I'm grateful, so grateful that I have the resources to cover my rent for the next few weeks, but that means I don't have any income coming in. And I'm just going to cover my rent basically. So, I need you to keep in mind that there's some of us who are not so fortunate and who this really caught them off guard. And so if you are sleeping out on that appointment, which is recommended, consider purchasing a gift certificate in lieu of that appointment, right? And that helps everybody because it helps keep your service providers from having to to potentially close up shop. That's not something I'm looking at in the near future for me. I worst case scenario for me, I'll end up making house calls again until we bounce back, right? But I know that there's other people who they wouldn't be able to survive this. So please consider purchasing a gift certificate to help keep them afloat through this time if you're able to. If you're not, don't worry about it. I know that this is not for you. But if you're financially okay and you're still getting your paycheck, consider purchasing a gift certificate and supporting your local small businesses and help keep them in business. And to encourage you to purchase a gift certificate from me, I am actually upgrading everybody up a half an hour if you purchase a 60 or 90-minute session gift certificate online. Again, we're social distancing, so I'm not doing physical gift cards right now, but if you want, I can absolutely give you a physical gift card once this is all over. We can trade, okay? So for right now, I will post the link below so that if you want to take advantage of this sale and give yourself an extra 30 minutes free, it's a $45 value. Again, it's for 60 or 90-minute sessions, classic or signature. If you want a prenatal session and you want a 30-minute credit for the next session, you'll have to contact me via text 626-502-7003. But otherwise, I'll post the link below so that you can purchase a classic or signature session. Again, it's a 90-minute session at the price of a 60-minute session, or a 120-minute session at the price of a 90-minute session. Again, it's a $45 savings. It's a really, really great deal. So it's a win-win, helps you, gives you a bonus 30 minutes that I'm sure you will need after this is all over, and it helps keep the income flowing for my family. And that's it. I hope that you guys are well. I hope you're in good spirits. Remember, even though this is a serious time, we can still have fun. We can still post all the funny memes and gifs and enjoy our time with our family that we often don't have, and get to rest and just make sure we keep ourselves healthy and strong. Okay, thanks so much. Take care. See you later. Bye.